The year 1940 marked a turning point for Italian military ambitions during World War II. Under Benito Mussolini, Italy sought to assert itself as a major power by expanding its influence in the Balkans and North Africa. However, a series of poorly planned invasions, particularly the attack on Greece and offensives in North Africa against the British, exposed Italy's military weaknesses and forced Germany to intervene, ultimately undermining Mussolini's prestige and strategic position. Italy enters World War II. On June 10, 1940, Mussolini declared war on Britain and France, motivated by a desire to claim territory before Germany's expected victory over France. Italy's ambitions included dominating the Balkans, Greece, Albania, Yugoslavia, expanding control over North Africa, particularly Egypt and British-controlled territories, demonstrating Italy as a Mediterranean power, comparable to Germany. Despite Mussolini's political confidence, Italy was militarily unprepared, lacking sufficient training, modern equipment, and logistical planning. The Greek Campaign. 1. Italian invasion of Greece. On October 28, 1940, Italy launched an invasion from Albania into Greece, aiming to expand Italian influence and demonstrate Axis strength. The Italian offensive was poorly timed and inadequately prepared. Troops were not acclimatized to the mountainous terrain of northern Greece. Supplies, artillery, and mechanized support were insufficient. Italian intelligence underestimated Greek resistance. 2. Greek counterattack. Contrary to Italian expectations, Greek forces launched a strong counteroffensive, pushing Italian troops back into Albania. Key battles such as the defense of Pindus and the capture of Korçë highlighted Italian failures in coordination, logistics, and morale. 3. Strategic consequences. Mussolini's blunder in Greece embarrassed Italy and demonstrated the limits of Italian military capability. German intervention became necessary in April 1941, as Hitler diverted forces to secure the Balkans before launching Operation Barbarossa against the Soviet Union. North African Campaign. 1. Italian ambitions. Italy sought to dominate North Africa, especially Egypt and the Suez Canal, which was vital for British imperial communications. From Italian Libya, Marshal Rodolfo Graziani launched attacks into Egypt in September 1940. 2. Initial failures. The Italian advance stalled after only a few miles, hampered by harsh desert terrain, inadequate supply lines for fuel, water, and ammunition, British defensive preparations and mobile units exploiting Italian weaknesses. 3. British counteroffensive. The British Western Desert Force under General Richard O'Connor launched Operation Compass, December 1940. Overran Italian positions in Egypt and Libya. Captured thousands of Italian troops and large amounts of equipment. Exposed the fragility of Italian North African operations. 4. German intervention. Mussolini's failures in North Africa forced Hitler to send the Afrika Korps, led by Erwin Rommel in 1941. German intervention rescued the Axis position but highlighted Italy's dependence on Germany for military success. Causes of Italian failures. Overconfidence and political pressure. Mussolini overestimated Italian strength and sought to achieve victories for political prestige rather than military necessity. Poor military planning. Inadequate logistics, intelligence, and preparation undermined both Greek and North African campaigns. Terrain and climate challenges. Mountains in Greece and deserts in North Africa favored defenders, exposing Italy's lack of experience in diverse operational environments. Underestimation of opponents. Greek forces were highly motivated and well organized, while British Commonwealth forces in North Africa were better trained and equipped. Consequences of Mussolini's blunders. Strategic dependence on Germany. Italy's failures forced Mussolini to rely on Hitler, weakening Italian autonomy in the Axis alliance. Delay in German operations. Germany had to divert forces to the Balkans, delaying the invasion of the Soviet Union, Operation Barbarossa, by several weeks, a delay with profound consequences. Damage to Italian prestige. Italy's reputation as a major power was severely damaged, both domestically and internationally. Prolonged Mediterranean conflict. Italian failures contributed to prolonged fighting in Greece and North Africa, draining Axis resources and tying down German forces. Lessons from Mussolini's campaigns. Preparation and logistics are crucial. Military campaigns must be based on realistic assessment of resources, terrain, and enemy capabilities. Political ambition versus military reality. Over-reliance on political objectives without military feasibility can lead to strategic blunders. Alliance dependence can be risky. Italy's reliance on Germany underscored the danger of overestimating one's capabilities and depending on allies for success. Mussolini's 1940 campaigns in Greece and North Africa represent one of the most significant blunders of World War II. While intended to showcase Italy as a dominant power, poor planning, logistical shortcomings, and underestimation of the enemy resulted in humiliating setbacks. These failures not only forced Germany to intervene, shaping the course of the Mediterranean and Balkan theaters, but also exposed the limitations of Italian military power and contributed to the long-term challenges faced by the Axis alliance. Mussolini's misadventures serve as a historical lesson on the perils of political overreach, inadequate preparation, and underestimating one's adversaries, demonstrating that ambition alone cannot secure victory in war.